there, and welcome to another episode of So I Got My Newly Converted Ultra course. Now what? In our first two episodes, we focused on your course information, that boilerplate info for your course, like your syllabi and course policies and such. And then we looked at actually organizing your content or chunking your content in learning modules for our second episode. For today's episode, we're actually going to look at your course in light of announcements and then organizing the dates, date management. Where does that go and how does that work? So we're going to start by taking a quick look at your course and talking about announcements. Obviously, we've used announcements before. Announcements are ways that we can reach out to our students and let them know what's going on in the course via a placement in the course, but as well as an email that pops out to your students that they receive. So another positive benefit. So in Ultra courses, announcements are actually easy to get to. If you look up at the top of your Ultra course, just under the title, you have your tabbed navigation. The place that we want to go is the third tab, or announcements. Huzzah! So once you receive that course, you can click on announcements. And one thing that differentiates the way announcements work in Ultra as opposed to, and excuse me, my face is going off of screen for some weird reason. There we go. The one thing that differentiates Ultra announcements versus original announcements is your ability to post. So you edit your announcement, you make your changes to it, you save it, and then when you're ready, you post it. Otherwise, students will not see that announcement. So what I'm talking about here, you'll see on this screen, it's got multiple announcements in there, right? None of those are currently visible. You'll note they are not visible because the little megaphone has a line or a slash through it, and that means it's not there. So at this point, as the instructor, I can go through these and make sure to edit them. Make sure that they have the correct information, right? Or I can just delete them. Editing an announcement is pretty easy, right? I can go to the welcome and edit that announcement and just choose edit. And it takes me to the announcement field. I can then make the changes that I need to make, choose whether I want to send an email copy to recipients. And if I do, I check that and then hit save. But that does not send the announcement. What sends the announcement is me hitting the Post Now button. Once you hit that Post Now, it then sends that announcement, it makes it available, and lets your students know what's going on. An added benefit of the announcements in the Ultra Course View environment is that when you post them, the first time your student enters the course after you've posted an announcement, it actually pops up in front of everything in the course. So before they can actually dive into the course, they have to click through the announcement. They'll say, hey, you've got this announcement with the title of this and a little bit of text for it. Do you want to see it? And they can open it right there and take a look at it. But it's almost like an engager or an engagifying element for your students in terms of announcements. So again, editing your announcements is pretty easy. You go to the announcement you wish to edit, use the ellipsis or three dots, and you choose edit. It then allows you to come in and make changes to your announcement and then hit save. And then when you're ready, you can hit post. Now, not only can you edit your announcement, but in that same three-dotted menu, I can delete the announcement. One of my favorite things is I can also copy the announcement if I wanted to. So, interesting. But that being said, editing the announcement or deleting the announcement shows up right here. So remember, the main difference between the Ultra announcement and the original announcement is that posting button. Just because I edit and save the announcement does not mean that students can see it. They cannot see it until I hit post. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that gives you an idea about how announcements work in this new environment that you find yourself. Remember, when you land in your Ultra course, you simply go up here to where it says announcements, and you can edit the announcements that came through. If you want to add your own brand new announcement, that is also possible. Up in the top right-hand side of the screen, Ultra, remember, uses that universal symbol for addition to add things. So we're going to click on the plus button, and that will allow us to create our new announcement. Pretty neat, huh? All right, so those are announcements. Now, let's talk about now, when we copy courses from semester to semester, we generally have to take into account that the dates aren't the same, right? So we have to adjust those. In original course view, you had a tool called Date Management, where you could go in and kind of adjust dates across your course. on one page, which is super helpful, right? Well, we have that same feature in Ultra Courses. It's just accessed slightly different. So what you'll do is you'll actually go to your course, and up on the top right-hand side, you're going to see just underneath where it says Student Preview in your course, there'll be a magnifying glass and 3 dots. I'll talk about the magnifying glass at the end of today's session. It's a little bit of bonus. But the 3 dots, I'm going to click on that, and you're going to see it gives me some options. I can start to copy files in here. I can import them, or I can click on this thing called Batch Edit, and that's where we're going to go to edit. This allows us to edit everything in our course, in essence, in one fell swoop. So I'm going to click on Batch Edit here. Remember, I got here by first going to my course in Ultra. On the top right-hand side of my page, underneath where it says Student Preview, I click on my 3 dots. So I click on 3 dots and choose Batch Edit. It now takes me to a list of the content inside my course. Now, first of all, I can open up any one of these individually, right? So I can go to Unit 4 and check to see if I have any due dates, and I do, or shown on or hide after availability dates, right? Those as well. They can all be changed in the same place. One of my favorite features about this is if I know my original course's start date, I can immediately change all my dates to the current course's start dates, have them change reflective of that, right? What does that mean? That means, let's say I taught this course I'm teaching it in the fall, and the last time I taught it was the spring. I just get that first start date of the previous spring semester, and it makes my life so much easier. I'll show you. So if I wanted to change all these dates, I'm not actually going to do it for this course, but if I wanted to, I could click my checkbox right here next to where it says Item, and it will select everything in my course at once. I can then choose Edit Dates. It will allow me to then change all of the dates in my course. That'd be due dates and availability dates based upon the start date. So currently, I've got the current start date, which is from the old course. So let's say that this course started 1/4/2023, right? Oops, I probably need to have, I just put 23, my bad, 23. And then the new start date, let's say it's 8/21/24. It will adjust all of the dates on my course based on that new start date if I just hit Edit Dates. It'll go through the entire course and readjust them all. I've done this multiple times. It is so time-saving. It's amazing. So I love doing that. I can also have another option. I can change dates by number of dates or change to a specific date or time, right? If I wanted everything to be due on the same day, I'd click that, but I don't. So I can change by number of dates or change by on course start date or by specific date and time. My favorite is the course start date. It just makes life easier. So this edits the content being available for my students, or to the due dates and availability dates that I set in my course, the show on and hide after dates plus the due dates, right? So once I choose based on course start date, I choose the start date of the previous semester, then put in the start date of the semester where they're going to start, and then I'll hit Edit Dates. Another option I have, should I have selected all that stuff, is to edit the visibility. So by clicking Edit Visibility, I can select everything in my course at once and make it hidden, and then select it again and make it visible. Or, conversely, I can edit dates or edit visibility just on one of these bad boys. So if I wanted to start with, you notice here that Unit 4 is currently, none of them are visible. If I wanted to make them all visible, I could simply go to Edit Visibility and choose Visible, and then Save. It will then make all of those things inside Unit 4 visible. I can click it again, Edit Visibility, and hide hidden from students, and hit Save. And it will once again make all of those invisible. Really quick and easy ways. When your content comes over from the transition, from our migration, you're going to know that your content will be hidden from students in this sandbox course. The quick way to make it visible is just select everything and edit visibility right down here. So that is, in a nutshell, announcements and date. editing, like batch editing of date management throughout your course, so I can change my due dates and my hide on and show after dates and my visibility all in one spot, right? Now, bonus in Ultra courses, something you never had in original courses, is this nice little search doodad. I can come in here and search for anything in the course. So let's say I wanted to figure out where my midterm was. Boom. It will take me right to it. So I can type in search terms for any of the documents that I have, any of the Ultra documents I have in my course, things like that, and it will let me search for them. And I can then be taken right to them in my course and go straight into that and start editing. It's just a quick and easy way to find stuff in your course. I hope that's helpful. I hope this quick video is helpful for you in terms of figuring out how to rearrange your announcements and then figuring out or post your announcements, but also figuring out how to change those due dates and edit the course dates in your course. We have guides for both of these things, announcements as well as due dates and date management or batch editing in the Instructor Support Org in our Ultra section. Please make sure to go by there if you need to. As always, you can reach out to us at facdev@shsu.edu, facdev@shsu.edu. We'll be more than glad to assist. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.